I'm gonna record you cutting up.
Hey, whatever you gotta do.
Okay. Look at the camera again. Because the glares in your glasses. Hold your head down a little bit. There you go. Or take your phone. There you go. That's how they need to be. Yeah, like that.
We're gonna pray for her. We're gonna pray for her right now.
Always, and forever, and ever, and ever, and ever.
So as we say, what's up? What's up? What is up? Family, hello, and hello. If you were asleep, you woke. If you thought you were going to sleep, you ain't going. So we give God praise once again for each and every one of you today. We got it on the landscaping side so you get to see all the views, all the different stuff that we got in our room. She got the double doors, triple doors going on with her. Really? We appreciate that. But hello, I am Parsha. Good morning, good evening, good night, all that good stuff. How are you doing today? Looking good in your blue with your yellow. Got your, is there a little green in there?
No, it's a little brown.
Okay, what is the other one? So you got blue?
No, that's yellow and blue. So
okay, yellow, blue.
With stripes.
So go on, girl. Got your hair looking like who would I say you look like? Oh Lord Jesus. Oh, that's that princess kind of. That's that queen.
Yes,
that queen.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah.
I hear you. I see you. I see you. So we thank God again for you being on the show with us today, taking your time out of your busy schedule to hang out with us and just bless us with your presence. We thank you for that. Thank you for your spirit. Thank you for all your intel and all your information and your spirit. Thank you for that spirit that you got. We appreciate it. So we say welcome.
Like I got a bald spot right there.
Oh my Lord.
It looked like I got a bald spot, y'all.
Oh Jesus.
Y'all see that? Oh Lord. Oh, I got a bald spot.
I got some stuff for you here at the house.
I don't want your stuff because you're bald.
I got some stuff.
No, I'm good. I only want stuff. Hey, but look,
check out that beard. Check out that beard. Woo!
Sexy. I'm good. I'll call my sister. Yeah. But thank you.
I got some stuff for you for real.
I think this is my part, basically.
Okay, part, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's focus.
Welcome to In Between Your Lines. We thank God once again for you showing up, showing out. Please like, share. Thank you for all the million of you that have subscribed. Thank you for the love that you keep showing. Thank you for all the texts and comments and all the hearts and all the thumbs up and everything. So we give God praise once again for you. We thank God for you. And like we always say, we have disclaimer. My friend's mouth is not all the way saved, and we give God praise. And we're still praying on her tongue. They say that tongue is the wildest thing, and it can't be tamed. So that's why we keep praying for her. So we thank God for her. And we thank God for God blessing her to still be able to carry on a conversation and keep halfway clean. But we thank you, God, for, hey, they say faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So we having faith that one day, hallelujah, thank you. Great.
Yeah. One day.
One day.
Parsha will not curse.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Thank you.
If my mom was on the show, I probably would. Or my Uncle Joe.
So I gotta get Uncle Joe on the show?
Yeah. Or my mama. Other than that, I can't promise you nothing.
So Uncle Joe and the mama.
Yeah. I be slipping up with my daddy sometimes. I mean, oh, I'm so sorry, Daddy. I'm so sorry. But you know what I mean. But
well, today we give God praise again. Yesterday was an excellent day. We dealt with a lot. I mean, a lot. And you know, one of the things that kind of recap, we talked about relationship and how priorities over priorities, purpose, and over preference. And I asked that question about on your first date, would you talk about that? I asked my lady that, and she said no. She said the first date.
Talk about how much money he makes?
Nah, she didn't want to, she just wanted to see where he's at. She said usually on the first date.
I think that's improper to talk about your money and your budget and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're probably, but
Yeah.
I think so. She said, well, maybe what it is. She said that she want to see what the first date's gonna be like. But usually in the first date, you usually know what the person's all about because their mouth is already telling what they are and who they are. And you say, well, this might not be I don't have to ask no more questions because all my questions have been answered.
Exactly.
So,
you don't really care what he made or what she made.
Yeah. So that was a big thing. So worrying about, you don't want to ask about the money. You don't want to ask about priorities right now. You're just trying to feel them out, get to know them and stuff like that. So then we talked about stop assuming things, which was a great thing. We're so critical of ourselves, and who we are and what we are. So, excuse me. We talked about bless God. I would say tonight we'll talk about it. I'll just throw it out there. And
I'm scared. I'm scared because you're stalling for some reason.
No. What is? I would say. Let's look at this. That the covenant is the real goal. The covenant in the relationship is the real goal. The covenant. So if you want to break down what a covenant is, ma'am, real quick. Yeah. Oh. No, the covenant. What would you say a covenant is? What would you give it?
Well, everybody has a different understanding of what the covenant is. But for me, it would be the agreement of why we're together and what the structure is going to be under God. But everybody doesn't go into a relationship even thinking like that. Some people that say I'm dating with a purpose, those type of people might have the covenant in mind. But that's just to make sure that your actions and my actions and our actions together are pleasing unto him at all times. To me, that's what would be having a relationship under the covenant. What is your response, sir?
I would say same thing, that the covenant is what we have agreed upon. And a covenant, to me, is something that can't be easily broken. Because sometimes people take a covenant with just an agreement. We just had an agreement.
Yeah.
And a covenant is deeper than that. That means that we're gonna do everything we can. If I play my part, then I'm expecting you to play your part. So if I tell you if we dealing with marriage vows, that I'm gonna do this, and this, so I'm expecting you to do this, and that. So if I say I'm gonna do this, you should be expecting me. And I would say, hold that man to the carpet.
Yeah.
10 toes down and say, excuse me, in either our vows, in our agreement, you said this, but you ain't doing that. And I feel as the man shouldn't get upset about that. He should look back and say, ooh, you were right. But that don't always happen.
No.
Because when you correct or, in constructive criticism, it brings about baby, I'm trying to, this was the covenant, this was the agreement. Go ahead, come on.
But nobody wants to be corrected. So
why not?
Well, because no one wants to know that they did something wrong. Everybody wants to be right all the time. No matter what your position is in life or that relationship. But to step back one or two steps off of something you were saying.
Okay, come back. Hold on. Let me hit the button.
Can I go? Okay. So I had a conversation similar to what you're talking about. We didn't use the word covenant, but I was asking a friend of mine, I said, well, what's the longest relationship you've ever had? And he's like, 12 years, but on and off. So 5 years here, take a break, 2 years, come back together. Da, da, da. I said, okay. I said, well, why have you ever got married? He said, because most marriages don't even last 5 years. They might last 2 to 3 years. So I said, okay. I said, but why haven't you got married?
Oh, wow.
Necessarily always look at what somebody else or the media or, the world statistics is, why haven't you? Do you feel that you can't be better than the statistics and have something last? Or just marriage was never a desire? And so, that got him thinking a little bit. But it was just interesting where, in this wonderful dating of 2024, a lot of people are not dating with a specific purpose, whether it be a religious reason, a financial reason, a sexual reason, an educational reason, a social reason. Some people don't have a reason. They're just like, oh, I'm single. I don't want to be by myself. So there are certain things I want to do. So let me find a boo. But the overall reason of that boo search has not been established. So if you don't have a reason on why you want a relationship in the first place, how can you have a covenant? So once you know why you want a relationship, then you can start to develop what are the things that you, as some people say, bring to the table or are willing to do within that relationship, as well as what is it that you need from your partner? What is it that you expect from your partner? What is it that you want from your partner? And people don't have those conversations.
Why not?
I have too many conversations. I have too many conversations. So I don't know why some people don't. I think sometimes, just to go back to what I said, you don't even know what you want. And then for those people that are finding out what they're wanting, they make that list, then they're scared to tell someone because their request might be a unique request that's not normal. It may be old-fashioned, it may be new wave, and they don't want to be rejected or they don't want to be judged. And then some other people think you already should know what's in their head, even though you just met them, which that makes no sense at all. So a lot of people want you to be a mind reader. What you do in your last relationship? Well, I don't want to do what I did in my last relationship because apparently I'm not in that relationship anymore. So let's talk about something different.
Wow.
I've heard those responses as well. So a lot of people just scared of getting their feelings hurt, scared of being denied, scared of being judged, scared of putting themselves out there to say, okay, yes, I've done the self-work. I'm ready to be bonded to someone. These are the things I would like. These are the things I demand. These are the deal breakers, as you were talking about the other day. And these are the things that I will accept. And once again, have you even sat down and talked to yourself to make that list? Do you even know what it is, what it looks like, what it feels like? And then on the reverse, what are you willing to do with and for your person or persons? Have you made that list? So it's more difficult to agree to something as a covenant when you don't even have your boundaries, when you don't even have your outline of what it is that you want. In my opinion.
Okay. Ooh, I got another one. Ooh, that just jumped in my spirit.
Here we go.
Who should say sorry? Who in the marriage, who should say sorry first?
Whoever's wrong. Whoever did the wrong should apologize first.
So what if they don't?
Well, then you address that, hey, this is what happened. I feel that you were wrong, you were improper, and I need to talk to you about it. But somebody needs to say something because the silence is going to deafen the relationship eventually. That seed is going to grow and it's going to blossom into something that's destructive for both people and the whole relationship eventually. Apologizing quickly can save lives in relationships. But when you let stuff fester, any little thing that happens after that, you can hang it up. That little pebble now becomes a big boulder. That boulder now becomes a mountain. And so by the time you want to apologize for the first thing, That's forgotten because all that other stuff has been added to it. So why even go through that? And most people that did wrong know they did the wrong. You just hope that somebody's gonna get over it, forget about it, move on through it. But would you, when somebody does you wrong? Hell no. So be the man, be the woman, step up, apologize, so both of y'all can get through it and move on to something better and happier and more peaceful. But yeah, if whoever did the wrong, put your integrity on your sleeves, fess up, ask for forgiveness, show your apology, and then let's move to something else in the relationship. But when you don't do that and the other person comes and points it out, that makes it harder to want to give an apology. And it also makes it harder for the person to receive your apology once they have to ask for it, because then it feels forced. So the easiest way, whoever did the wrong, just stop and say, hey, you know what? I messed up. My bad. I didn't mean to say that, or I meant to say that, but I didn't want it to affect you this way. How I delivered, whatever it may have been. Eat the crow, eat the pie, move on.
The crow and the pie?
The crow and the pie. I mean, I have personally ate the pie in a situation where I was not wrong.
Okay, that's what I want to say.
Just to keep the peace, because I don't like the drama. I don't want the smoke. I don't want the stress. And so this person thought that I was wrong. Fine. What do you need from me? Well, you need to apologize. No problem. Gave the best apology speech I ever heard in my life. But that still wasn't enough, because they knew they was wrong.
Oh, wow.
So it's just like, what you want, brother? What you want? What else do you want me to do? I'm not going to grovel over some shit I didn't do. I apologize for some stuff. I didn't even do that. But this is what you said you needed. I'm giving what you need. What else do you want? I mean, so sometimes a person will ask for something they don't deserve, and even when you pacify it, it still may not work out for that particular situation. That's why I said the person that knows they did the wrong, they know it. Their spirit is spanking them. Let go of the pride, make the apology, heal, and move past that together. I mean, what is it going to hurt you to admit you're human and you erred? Why is that such a bad thing? We make mistakes at work. We make mistakes at school. We make mistakes in the grocery store. Okay, so you're going to make mistakes in your relationship. That's part of being human. But when you don't want to admit that you are human and you messed up to the person you say you love, why is that such a big deal? Why are we treating strangers that shouldn't matter to us better than our spouse? That is supposed to be our heart, our soulmate, our everything under God. But you don't want to apologize and make amends for this person, but you can go to work and suck up to the boss over some stuff you know you didn't do. But if you did, if you apologize and made good, now you might get that raise or whatever the foolish benefit that you think you're going to get. But you won't treat your husband that way, or you won't treat your wife that way, or your child. And they're supposed to be your number one stomachs in your life. So what's to me, that's imbalance. To me, that's improper. No one outside of your family, your relationship should be treated better than the person you chose to live life with. So if you out here with your homeboys and, oops, I ain't had the money the other day you paid for, and I ain't paid you back in 3 months. My bad, man. You know what? That's why you ain't call me back. Oh, that's why y'all ain't asked me to hang no more. That's why we ain't see the games together no more. My bad. If you do that with your homeboys or your homegirls, you should be able to do that with your spouse quicker and deeper. He or she should be able to feel your apology, even without you saying the words, I'm sorry, or I apologize. I mean, I don't know. For me, that makes sense.
Okay. I mean, I like that. I do, because, sometimes we on both sides have to say, I'm sorry, and we ain't did it, and you like to keep the peace. But do you feel some type of way after that? Still? But you have to say,
if you truly meant that apology, you should feel lighter. If you truly meant that apology, somebody should be.
But I'm talking if you ain't the one that was supposed to say sorry.
Yeah, you're gonna feel guilty. Yeah, because you suckered up for the greater good of love. So in my situation, when I ate the pie, and I'm just like, and I was sincere in my apology. I said it, whatever the words I said, I meant it from my heart because I just wanted peace and to move past this. But no, you're not getting nookie in the next half an hour because I need to apologize. Give me a day or two, bro. Give me some time. But we cool. We can eat together. We can watch a movie together. We can take a walk. But
you said a day or two?
Look, if I have to eat crow for some shit you did, no, you ain't getting none. No. You just got my apology. I just admitted to something I did not do for the greater good of you. That's enough. You don't get a reward for making me do something that I shouldn't have had to do in the first place. That's me. I ain't telling y'all to do that. I'm just saying in my situation, no, that I did not know. No. We ate. We laughed. But nah, you ain't, no. And he ate food. And we laughed. That's all you get for that moment. And then eventually he did come back around and apologize. Okay, well, I didn't mean it down. It was just a power thing. It was a power thing.
So it doesn't mean anything when he apologizes later?
No, because you had already sacrificed your lamb. So at that point in time, don't even bring that subject up anymore. I took the heat. I got burned for some shit you did. Let's not even talk about it no more. I don't want to hear your apology. It don't mean nothing to me. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. But you asked, I agree, we did it, let's move past it. That's how I felt. So yeah, when he doubled back, you're like, okay. And that was my answer. I was like, why are you talking about this? We passed it. Because he still was getting whooped, because he knew he was wrong. He was wrong about the first initial thing, and then he was wrong for making me fall on a knife for us. No. Yeah, so in that situation, if I ate the pie and it wasn't my fault, yeah, that's all you're gonna get for a little minute. You won, I submitted. That's enough for that night.
Wow.
For me. I mean, y'all can comment, let me know if you did the same. A lot of people wouldn't even did what I did. They just been in the attitude of forget you until you man up or woman up and admit you're wrong. And for me, we had that period of time where I was waiting for him to correct his wrong. And then when he decided he wanted to talk about it, it was all my fault. And I was so confused. What's this?
You was confused?
As the young people say, the receipt. No, I asked, you said, I asked, you didn't do, I asked, you said, fuck you. I gotta apologize? Okay. Yeah, so that was just amazing to me how that happened. But it happened. It happened. That's why I be telling people I got little issues. That's why I don't let them last too long in my life. Life is too precious to be worried about that kind of stuff. So
right. Wow.
I wanna you don't have what you're looking at. You don't have it in our joint notes here. Whatever you looking at, I don't see it in our joint. I feel the setup these last couple conversations here, sir.
No, ma'am. No setup.
Where is it in the joint notes? Because I'm
no,
looking.
It's not. It's not.
I know it's not. I know. That's why I feel like this is a setup.
No, never setup is always goodness. Always goodness.
Oh, okay. So you tell me what you think. The coming in the range.
All I did was ask the question.
Shows, I always give you a heads up. Hey, this was conversation. This was such as had. And you be like, all right, action.
Hey, I like to come right there and bing, 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 bing.
Okay, all right, okay.
I just like to jump into the stuff. And
y'all see how you do me though.
Yeah, I like to just feel my way through. Just feel my way through.
Yeah.
Did you have something?
I'm just letting you know how I feel about you feeling your way through.
Well,
okay. The questions are directed at me.
So you feeling some type of way? Is that what you're
I'm
saying?
telling you, I'm feeling some kind of way. Do you not hear me? They hear me.
Okay. So what question do you have tonight, ma'am?
Oh, see, there we go. See this I would like to talk about male and female friends in a relationship, or friends of the opposite sex or opposing sex.
Okay. So what you want?
Two different scenarios. Man and women dating. Everything's going good. It's been less than a year that they've been dating. And he is requiring that she minimizes her contact with her male friends. And this is not something new, but this is something that he's being a little bit more stern with as we approach that year anniversary. Another scenario is you can't have no friends. Absolutely not, ever, of the opposite sex if you're going to be in a relationship with that person. So in either scenario, what are the pros of limiting contact or not having any opposing sexual friends? What are the pros to that? And then we'll talk about some of the cons. What do you think?
So the first question is, you're dating, right?
Yeah, they're dating. Nobody's married. This is still dating.
Nobody's married. They're dating.
No one's not married yet.
But they have other friends. They have male friends.
They have female friends or male friends. Yes.
How do I feel about that? Is that what you're asking me?
I mean, what would you do if 8 months into this beautiful new relationship you have, your lady says, I know you got some female friends, but I'm gonna need you to pull back on the contact and the way that your relationship flows with them. Or you gotta cut them helpers off altogether.
If we friends, it's gonna be different because they were here before you were, and I would say that in a situation. If I've had friends before you, and we've been friends forever, and we close and everything like that, and if you feel some type of way about that, maybe we won't text every day, we'll text every other day, but I'm not going to cut off my friendship, because if we're not married, I don't know how long you're going to be staying around. So why would I cut off? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So why would I cut off something or a person that's been there and been down for me like 4 flat tires for years, and then because you feel jealous about it, then I just got to cut them off and we're not married yet? So you're just, as we would say, the girlfriend?
But okay, so since you crossed over to that,
well,
congratulations. Congratulations, the wedding bells have rung, the rice has been thrown, you have jumped the broom, and the honeymoon was wonderful.
Okay.
Day 5 back home in the matrimony bed, she rolls over after servicing you and says they got to go.
It's still going to be hard to me, because we should have discussed this in the beginning.
But she did. She told you when she was just that girlfriend that might not be here, that she ain't like that. But
so have they met yet? Have they met?
I don't know that part.
Okay. So to me, if they haven't met, then guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna introduce you to her.
Okay.
And then I want to see the reason why you feel that I should get rid of this person. If I see something you don't see, and like I would say, is the wife in marriage, she's the rib, she is the covering for you. So most wives women see things different than what we see. Oh, she's flirting. She trying. Nah. We cool. Nah. Nah. We all. Nah. She doing a little bit too much now. So I can see if it's that way. I can see, hey, talking to my friends saying, hey, my wife's a little uncomfortable with how you touchy-feely and stuff like that. And, I want to keep you as a friend. I love you. And I want to keep the wife too. So to me, if she's around, hey, what's up? How you doing, BBB? She's not, I can see the difference because we're just with us and family and stuff like that. But if we're together, can you please calm it down a little bit? Because I know you love me. I smell good and look good and all that other stuff. And
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you.
Oh my God.
Hey, that cologne be hurting.
I ain't mad at you. It's all about self-love. So I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all.
But if it causes a problem in my marriage, I need to address that with my friend.
Exactly.
And if my friend is a true friend, then she'll understand that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but that's me. I have to set that boundary, because before it was all gigi, cuckoo, how you doing? Hey, but now I'm married. Now I'm in a committed covenant relationship with the wife. So there's some agreements that we have made to each other. So I got to be the righteous husband, say, hey, friend, I love you. I do love you. I love you to life. But, we got to calm it down a little bit because the wife feels uncomfortable because we've known each other so long. So, I mean, that's just me.
Okay. I mean, that was great. That was great, transparent, and a beautiful response. I wouldn't adjust too much of what you said. I pretty much would probably say the same thing. The only, I think I would do it in reverse. I would ask them why. Why do you need me to reduce contact with my male friends or eliminate them altogether? Where is this coming from? And because sometimes it could be a past experience they had where,
right.
best friend came in and took the girlfriend, or, some other BS happened. And I just need a little background, especially if my friends have been nothing but respectful to you, and, honoring our relationship and being upstanding family friendship type of people. I really don't know why this bothers you. And then before having those conversations, I'm looking at, okay, well, do you even have any friends? What your village look like? I mean, look, we are talking about our experiences. There have been marriages and relationships that I have had where my family and my friends were our resources, our solutions, our blessings. They had nothing. Or they had people, but their people didn't do shit. So before you tell me to get rid of these people that are in my tribe that have been a blessing to us and a blessing to me before you, let me see what you got going on over there to see if it's even worth it. Because I'm not going to struggle for the sake of love. Not me.
Oh, wow.
That don't make sense to me. So for me, and I don't want to sound like, oh, my family or friends comes before my husband or my life mate, because at this point in time, I do not desire a husband, but I do want life mates for the rest of my life. So I'm not saying that, but I just need to understand where he's coming from. Because if it's an insecurity thing, we need to work on that. If it's a distrust thing that was directly caused from any of me or my people, then we need to address and correct that. But if it was just, your ego and your, like I said, self-esteem issues, let's think about this for a minute. And right. Of course, I can always dial down my commitment, my consideration, my understanding, my involvement in their life, in my friend's life, of course. Right. But to eliminate me being a military brat, if I have friends that I've known for 20, 30, 40 years, that's a blessing. Because I don't have a hometown that I grew up in that I can go back to the corner store and see 15 people just hanging out.
Right.
Most of
Right.
the places that I lived, most of the places that I grew up are no longer standing because war has taken them away or transitions have happened and they're not even the same country it was when I was growing up or the same city
Right.
or whatever. So to have those friends from, like I said, 20, 30, 40 years ago that happen to have a dick, and you just don't want me to have male friends because of whatever, we need to talk about that because I have quality over quantity. And if those people have been genuine friends to me, it shouldn't matter that they have a penis. It should matter how they respect us and our relationship, how they respect you as my man, and how they treated me before you even came along to help me become the woman that you fell in love with.
Right.
So for me, we have to have those conversations. And I've had those conversations with my husbands. Not a problem. And then I'll go back to my friends, okay, I'm about to get married, or I got married, and this is what we agreed on. And like you said before, most true friends are like, cool, I just want you to be happy. Let me know if y'all need anything.
Right.
And everything is chill. They might call on the birthdays, they might send a postcard, because I'm old. So before we had social media and text messages, that's what you did. You called on the birthdays, send postcards, stuff like that. You just keep in contact.
They were old.
I'm probably older, but I'm just saying, that's what those friends would do. So to me, that's respectful. To me, that's okay. But if you're just saying I gotta dead everything,
yeah, I think that's
a lot.
Selfish. I think it's selfish to tell you got to get rid of everything. So does that mean I got to get rid of everything and you got to get rid of everything, or are you still gonna hold on to yours?
See that part right there. I'm assuming that if
that's what I'm asking.
My friends that have penises, you're cutting off all your friends that have vaginas. That's what I'm assuming. Because how dare you? We're not doing double standard like that. Especially from a female standpoint. Most men that are true friends to women, to women, won't try her after she's got married.
Right.
Women, on the other hand, if that brother was already cutting your grass and fixing your lights and sending you a little money to pay the light bill, you would expect him to keep doing that, and his wife will be okay. So, yeah, if I got to shut it down, you shut it down too. I promise you're gonna shut it down too.
So we both gotta shut it down?
Huh?
We both gotta shut it down?
Yeah, if somebody's asking me, heck yeah. I mean okay, so when my husband decided to tell me that we were serious,
right.
It was out the blue. We were about to walk into a mall. We're sitting in the car, and he's like, "Hey, pull out your phone." I'm like, "Okay." I'm thinking he won't, I don't know. I'm opening my phone up. He's like, "I need you to send this message." Who am I sending it to? Just type the message. So I'm typing this message. It is a goodbye letter to any man that ever wanted to date me or marry me or be with me, because that opportunity has closed, because now I'm in a committed relationship and I'm about to get married. I'm like, what are you doing?
Wow.
Yeah, you go ahead and send that message for go inside the mall. Wait. And I was just there for a weekend visit.
Oh, wow.
But because of how our relationship was and how I felt about him, after about 15 minutes of realizing what was happening, okay, I sent the message. And most of my guy friends were like, cool, I'm happy for you, glad you found someone. A few was like, what? And I didn't have to ask him. He sent a similar message to any female that he had been dealing with or that liked him. And then he sent a separate message to the mother of his children.
Wow.
Yeah, that was, and then that was how we went from this, hey, we kicking it, and we are in this, and this is what it is.
Wow.
Yeah. There wasn't no, I want you to think of, no, it was, okay, you need to send that message.
Wow.
And I respected that, because if I had not, or, when you transition from, okay, we're dating to now we're serious, and then, okay, are we going to be exclusive? That was his way of saying, we're exclusive. I need you to understand, as of right this second, I have decided that we're exclusive. If you don't agree, don't send a message. If you agree, send a message.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's deep right there.
Yeah. That was Memorex. That's one of those memories that I will, because I'm still sitting there looking at him like, what? Okay.
He said, shut it down. He said, shut it down, sister.
Yeah, it was so sexy. He put it on the table. I want you, girl.
He put it on
the table.
On the table. Why you always want to put it on the table?
On the dashboard.
Is that the way you roll, I Am Parsha?
I mean, if you got it to put it on the table, put it on the table, baby. Put it on
the table. If you put on the dashboard, you a bad man. We might need to check. We need to have
a topic. Is it improper for your family and friends to name your spouse's member? We need to have that topic.
Name it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We ain't talking about that today. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just remember, you write that down. We'll come back that probably yeah. If not Friday night, we'll do that one night.
Oh my God, how we go? What the Jesus?
You still trying to wrap your head? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I've had recently conversations with people like, I don't want my lady to have no male friends. And I get where they're coming from, because that outside temptation. Oh, also.
Oh, bring it.
A lot of people, maybe I'm meeting the wrong people, I don't know, or just the people I'm meeting, I don't know. But a lot of people are concentrating more on who you having sex with than who has your heart and your mind.
Okay.
So in a poly situation, some people have different things that they want from different partners.
Right.
So for me, if you get this and you got this, everything else is flowing.
Right.
So when you talk to people about, okay, we're going to share partners, or we're going to have, open relationship, or whatever it may be, men, when they are agreeing to share their woman, are 100% concentrated on who else is getting your body.
Right.
In my opinion, whether this is a singular monogamous relationship or a plural relationship, in my opinion, in any relationship, you need to be concerned who has that person's mind.
Right.
Who has that person's heart. Sex is a beautiful thing, yeah. But if that person is if your person is going to somebody else for advice and following their counsel over yours, to me, that's a problem. Like a dick or a pussy, that's worse than having sex outside your marriage or your relationship, to me. Because that means, I'm half slow because I was about to say something, and we don't want to go there right now. But that means that someone else has power over your relationship.
Right.
And it's similar to what a lot of men say, that their wife, their girlfriend goes to church and she come back home telling the pastor said. That's the same type of power that their homegirl or homeboy is having over their spouse, because they just cried on that person's shoulder and that person gave them a solution. By the time you found out what's going on with your boo, the problem's either solved or halfway solved, and she don't even want your input. She barely wants to give you an update. She don't want you to give you insight to who she truly is. She's more of a partner with this other person. You just getting the privilege of sex. To me, that's imbalance. I shared with you on another show where, or maybe I didn't, I should. But I was in a situation where I was going through something mentally and spiritually, and a friend of mine, I love water, it relaxed me. He took me on a boat. Girlfriend came along. He and I were having a conversation, and he was just being caring. And she looked over and she was like, I don't even know who he is. He don't even talk to me like that. We've been together 10 years. And I'm just like, hey, that's just my friend. We ain't had things. We just, he's been nice to me. I'm nice to him. That's all it is. And she's like, but he cares about you. He knows what's going on with your friend and your family, blah, blah. I'm like, because we talk. And then his thing is how she talks to me, how she cares for me. But that was his bona fide lady for 10 years. I'm a new friend. Not even half that amount of time. But she witnessed with her own eyes, her man being more caring to me, a stranger to her, than his lady. Nobody should want that. That's imbalanced. And I tried to correct it without messing with my woosah moment. So I can have my woosah moment. But I felt my heart bled for them. Because I'm like, I'm like, if her words were, I would rather have him treat me how he's treating you than get dick and money from him. And I'm like, wow, that just blew my mind.
So what? So did you give her some pointers?
Did he give her some pointers?
No, did you?
I mean, I had to so I can go and enjoy the moon and the water. Because I wasn't trying to counsel them. I didn't come with that. I came out there because I needed peace. But I had to do that so they could talk. While they went talk, I went to the front of the boat and I enjoyed the moon and I got my peace. But it just baffled me that sometimes people are so concentrated on where your dick is, where your pussy is, where the physical part is, and that part changes as you get older or as you have access to life. Some people can't even do it no more. Okay, so what you got left in the relationship if that's all you're concentrating on?
Right.
You don't know my heart. You don't know my likes, my dislikes. You don't know what makes me happy, what's sad. Okay, so we just wasted time because we was exercising all the time. And now the exercise, you can't either do it or it's not the same. So what do we still have? Where's the value of our relationship?
Right, right.
Who am I? Who are we? So going back to that covenant, going back to that agreement of what we're doing. What are we doing? And why are we doing it? And for how long are we going to do it? Yeah. So. But yeah, I just had to say that because sometimes we're concentrating on the wrong things. Yes, it's important to know where your body's going.
Right.
Of course. But where your mind at? My man should not be okay with me calling up somebody that's not my daddy or my uncle, even calling up my daddy or my uncle for something that he can answer or solve.
Right.
And if he's that way, he ain't my man. He's a resource. He's not my man.
You said he's a resource?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm saying it would be hard for me to look upon him as my guy if he's letting everybody else solve and fix our life problems. Me and other people, and he's not being about he's just reaping the benefits. Nah, he ain't my dude. And if he doesn't have anything to add, he's really not a resource. He wouldn't be around to. Okay, tell me I'm wrong.
You're not. You're right.
I mean, I don't mind being wrong. If that is wrong. I mean,
I feel that you shouldn't, if this man is supposed to be doing, if he come into the house, talk about he can get it done, then you shouldn't have to call nobody else to get it done.
That's my point. If he can do it, do it. If he has the ability,
if you can't do it, then I understand that.
Exactly. If you don't know
how to need help with it, yeah,
that's different. But if you can do it, and you're choosing not to do it, and this tells the women too, if you can do it, and you're choosing not to do it, why be mad when he gets it done? Because most men don't just go out and cheat. Most men will ask, beg, grovel, then they get frustrated and they say, "Fuck, I tried." So before he gets to the last part, at some point in time,
right? You're right.
I said most men. Now they're just some that's just greedy. I'm a greedy person in certain things in my life. And you just go do what you do. And you have no remorse. But most people, because they do love their spouse, they do care about their feelings. But after 6 months, boo, nothing. Not even a hand job. Nothing. He didn't even wash his back in the shower, a lotion in the middle so it won't be ashy. Nothing.
See, that's another thing. I almost asked a friend of mine that question. And you know what friend I've been talking about for a long time.
I know.
Now there's nobody at the house. Just the wife and him. So I almost asked the question, but I didn't ask it. Because
I'll ask him.
They said that they're still, he said they're still trying to settle, get used to things. Let me tell you, the first night, I'd have been into use.
Exactly.
I would have been used to something.
Used to what? Somebody got a new apparatus? But get used to what?
I almost asked, but.
You know what? Yeah. He glad he ain't my friend. He my friend through you. I'd ask. Tell him I want to know. Tell him I asked how they was doing and what they doing. And is it good to them? Okay, so, but once again, it goes back to that covenant because people are not, either you're not initiating those conversations of those important things that mean something to you, or if you don't even know how to be in a relationship. Most people don't know how to be married. So in a lot of religions, especially Christianity, they tell you to go through marriage counseling. So whoever your marriage counselor is, your minister, your parent, your godparent, whoever that married couple is helping you to navigate through these first couple of moments of marriage, they should be telling you about this stuff. They should be, hey, do you even like sex? Because if you're married a nympho and you don't want to do it but once a month, that's going to have some problems. Do you even know how to cook? You're married a person that don't know how to cook, burns popcorn in the microwave, and doesn't want to learn. Somebody's going to have to earn some high income because takeout is expensive. You need to have those conversations. No, I don't want to suck your toes, no matter how many times you go and get a manicure. That's not something I want to put in my mouth. You need to have those conversations. But a lot of people don't have those conversations amongst themselves or within the marriage counseling. And then you get married and you just think that whatever the problem was or whatever the unknown was, now you can tell them, and because they're married to you, they got to do it. No, they're still human. They still have God's free will. They don't have to do anything.
Right.
Now they can compromise, they can understand what you need, and they could choose, but they don't have to. That's not what the marriage contract says. They don't belong to you as a slave, and you don't belong to them as a slave, but they have to do whatever you demand. They're still human. They're still a person. They still have rights. They still have feelings. They still have a decision within their free will to make. So if you're not having these conversations before you take the big plunge to a life commitment, problems are going to get more, not less. And then people have to listen. My problem currently, right now, as we're taping this, people are not listening to me. They think I'm playing. They think I'm joking. They think, oh, I'm testing them. And I'm like, I'm not, boo. I promise you. I promise you I'm greedy. Ain't no logical reason why I want what I want the way I want it. I just want it. Okay. All right. And then when the time comes where they realize, oh, this bitch really wanted that. Why you mad? Why you mad? Third date, fourth conversation. seconds in. I said it. I said it again. A month later, I said it again. But yeah. So people need to learn to listen.
Mm-hmm.
If a person is telling you, hey, if this is a husband, I prefer for my lady to be home because I want the house to be clean a certain way. I want meals to be prepared a certain way. I want you to be rested. So when I come home, I can melt into your arms because I've had that day and I just want to be in your peace. I'm providing you this home to make a home. And I want to be in your peace so I can get my energy to go back and do it again the next day. If he's saying that and you're that career woman that already has 3 businesses that are running successful, you don't need to marry that type of man because he's going to screw the nanny. Whoever made that house a home. Why do you keep turning your head when I say stuff like that? Well, I'm over here.
The nanny?
Whoever's making the house a home, the nanny or the maid, the mama, the sister, whoever female is making that house a home, he's going to be more attracted to her. Because she's doing the things that he told you that he likes that are feminine.
Right.
I have a passionate belief that there is somebody for everybody. Sometimes we just have to be a little bit more patient for that person to find us or for us to find that person. But sometimes we get caught up on what looks good on paper or what everybody else is saying, and we're not paying attention to what I really, really don't like about this person or what I really, really need for this person. And I know they are not going to do it or give it. But maybe it'll change. If it's on that list and it's in the top 10, they ain't going to change. Most of the time, unless it's something drastic, they're not going to change until they're ready to change. They're not going to change for you. It'll be a temporary change. So it's either put up with it, take it off your list, or be patient and find someone else. I mean, that's just me. But you disagree that eventually, if you have a career woman marrying a traditional guy, and this is what he has said he wants, that there's going to be some dysfunction in their peace?
I feel so, because she's not going to always put him first in that. It's always going to be the career. Mm-hmm. It's always going to be the extra jobs and making the money and the prestige and stuff like that. And when she comes home, he's like second fiddle in a sense. His mind is like, well, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, done that. They've done movies about that, where the woman is doing more and they got the career and they come home and they forget that they do have a husband or a spouse or just a mate. And it's just like, hey, what about, nah. You're like, okay. And then you have somebody at the job, maybe your job, that's treating you good, saying, hey, how you doing? Bringing lunch, whatever. Asking you how you doing, how you feeling, do you need anything? And then you feel guilty about it, or you try to stay away from it, but then you draw closer because our relationship has not gotten any better. Mm-hmm. We were good in the first, and then you got big time, and then everything went downhill. So,
I mean, and please be kind and gentle in the comments, because I'm not saying I am girl power. I promise you, I am. And I'm not saying don't go out and have your career. I'm not saying
we're not saying that. We want you to have a
woman.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is take time to know yourself so you know what you want. What type of person you want to show up as in your relationship, and then be patient enough to find that person. That's what I'm saying. Be exactly who you are. Don't change.
What comes first? What comes first? What should come first?
Within what? What do you mean?
In the household, in the relationship.
Okay.
Should the job come first or should the man come first?
Oh, Lord Jesus. In the relationship, your spouse after God. Your God,
Okay.
your spouse, your children, everybody else after that.
Okay, and then the job. So what does the job take?
God,
so if,
your spouse, your children, job, and anything else, hobby, all that is after that.
So why is it sometimes the job is first?
Because people in America and other colonized countries concentrate on dollar bill, even before God. People go to work instead of worship. So if you're going to go to work before you worship, you're going to go to work before you pay attention to your spouse. The almighty dollar is our God in America. So that's, I mean, it's wrong. It's not righteous, but that is our American way.
Right. Wow.
It shouldn't be, but it is. But yeah, so your spouse should always, and this goes back to what I said a few minutes ago. Your spouse should always be your number one stunner in every situation. Right. If there is a need, you should be helping to figure out how to provide it. If there is a desire, you should be trying to figure out how to provide it. If there is a want, you should be trying to figure out how to provide it. No matter if it's the female or the male, you should be doing this. That spouse's needs, desires, and wants should be your priority after yours. Right. Sometimes it may become before yours, but most of the time you got to always make sure you're straight first so that you have something to give to that person to find those solutions and to be that solution that they need. Wow. But yeah, no, for me, it's hard to, like, even in marriages where you have kids, a lot of mothers and a few fathers will put their kids before their spouse. That's improper. Let me fix my husband's plate and get that to my oldest son. Neither one of us eating that plate, honey. And don't get me wrong, some people disagree with me. Some people feed them children. My husband was a financial provider, a spiritual provider, a physical provider, a provider in every way for all of us. I fed my husband first. I fed my children next. I ate last. I didn't have a problem in doing that. I'm a mother. I'm a nurturer. I'm a comfort. I'm peace. And he's always going to make sure I have enough food. So it's not like I had to sacrifice feeding them and I ain't got nothing. No, I still ate. Look at me. I still ate. I didn't miss a meal. Didn't miss a meal. Haven't missed a meal 50 pack. So, but, you know, some people, I'm going to feed my kids, then feed my husband. Or I'm going to feed my kids and feed my wife. Whatever you have that agreement with your person and whatever you agree with, do it, because that's what your peace is. My peace was my husband fed me, I fed my husband. Kids were always taken care of, but they were after us. Our parents were after us. I was in a marriage where the parent was put before me as a wife. You're gonna take 2 drinks of that? That was a difficult situation. But even in that, I ate pie for the greater good to try to make it work. Yeah. But once again, whatever you guys agree on, you have to keep the word. And if it needs to be adjusted, if it needs to be changed, have that conversation. Don't just force your opinion or your idea. Once again, deliberate, come to a compromise. If it can't be changed, it can't be changed. But if it can, okay, this is what we're now agreeing on. But integrity within a relationship is very important. Oh, wow. What's that word you said? You said what? Integrity within a relationship is very important. If I can't trust what you're telling me, and you my boo, you my man, You my soulmate. You my guy. If I can't trust you, then we're not in a relationship.
Right.
We just doing something. We doing something. If you can't trust me, if you give me $3,000 to go pay the bills for the house for the month, and in 2 weeks the light gets cut off, you should have a problem with me. And I can't explain where the money went. Or why I didn't pay the light bill without coming to you and saying, this is what we got going on, and I did this instead of this. So you won't think I'm misappropriating funds. Integrity with a relationship is priceless. You have to have it. I mean, once you make that covenant, then you need to, your word is bond.
I like that word, bond.
It has to be.
That's beautiful.
And so to go back to that whole friendship thing, sometimes our friendship with our opposite sex or even same sex, those are practice boards for the relationship. Because if you are yourself to be a good friend to another human being, guess what? You might be a magnificent spouse to your person. But if you're a sorry-ass friend, you're probably going to be a sorry-ass spouse. So if you're that one friend that everybody knows, he ain't going to pay his tab, or she going to show up late, or she going to come in here popping her mouth, causing trouble just because she got teeth, more likely you're going to be that kind of wife. You're going to be that kind of
you think once you got teeth?
Just because you got teeth, you just being rude to be rude, because you can. Popping gums.
Cause she got teeth.
So sometimes when we have those relationships that are not those platonic relationships, that's the practice on what kind of person you're going to be in your lifelong relationship.
Right.
So have you been a good friend? Are you dependable? Are you a person of your word? Are you a resourceful person? Are you compassionate? Do you care? Do you have someone you can call your best friend? Do you have someone that can count on you? Do you have someone that you've been their solution? Because you need all of those attributes to be in a marriage or a long-term relationship.
Right.
Did you have a fallout and y'all made up and now you're good again? Because guess what? You're going to have to have type of resilience in a relationship, in a marriage. So if you out here and you ain't got no friends,
none.
I think you need to have a couple friends before you try to get in a relationship.
What you gonna say? Phone a friend? Ain't that
phone a friend? Phone a friend.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Huh?
Who wants to be a millionaire? Phone a friend. Oh wow.
I'm saying. So yeah, before you even make a covenant with a person in a relationship, be a friend to yourself. Be a true friend to those others that you are not involved with financially or sexually. And then decide what you want so that when you're coming together to make an agreement with somebody else, you know what that looks like for you. You don't want to be somebody else's sucker. You don't want, oh, I love you so much, I'll do anything for you. That's retarded. Don't do that. Because you will lose yourself. And then once you lose yourself, and if that relationship doesn't work, you're going to need somebody else to create who you are or to build you up. And then God gives us free will. It's a beautiful thing. Make some choices, make some decisions, try life. Get out there and taste it. See what you like, see what you don't like. What you don't like, spit it back out. What you do like, eat it up. But enjoy the free will. Enjoy the choice that he gives us. Because let me ask you this. From a man's standpoint, you have a beautiful woman. But then when she opens her mouth, there's nothing of substance that comes out. Right. She has no talents. She can't cook. She can't clean. She doesn't know how to wash her ass properly. She doesn't know how to make something look halfway decent. She's not intelligent. She can't talk about history. She can't relate to politics or just conversations in general, even the football game. I mean, she's just sitting pretty on your lap. Is that enough to make someone your wife?
No.
So, Mr. Long Dong that's coming in slinging around, I need a little something more than that too.
Long Dong.
Because some men in this day and age feel like they just show up and make you ooh ah and feel good. That's all you need. Or pay a bill. If their money ain't long, if the dog ain't long, they think that one or the other is enough. I judge no one. If that's your list is short and it's one or two things, I'm happy for you. If you got peace about that one or two item list, I'm happy for you, genuinely. I just got more items on my list. For me, I need a little bit more than that. For me. But make your list. At least the people that got one or two things on the list, I commend you because at least you got a list. Some people don't have nothing. You're just going out here doing what you see somebody else doing, thinking that you're doing it right, and whoever you're emulating don't even have a list or a program or a purpose either. So it's like the blind leading the blind. But that's just my opinion. Who am I? I'm only partial.
And I guess we can say the word. It's a wrap. Thank you once again for coming on, hanging out with us on In Between Your Lines. Thank you once again, Parsha, for your questions. Lovely, very make you think, make you say ooh, wow. Well, so we appreciate you today. We thank you. Make sure you like and you share, put in your comments, put in, I'm ready, for those that want to come on and hang out with us. And we thank God for you once again, all the million people that are still sharing and you're sending to your friends and family. Thank you for all those that are, wait a minute, where you at? You might be in the camper. You might be in on the beach. Don't say that. Don't say that in front of
Look, if you're on the beach, I'm coming to you. Just drop your pin, drop your location. I'm pulling up. If you're on the beach, East Coast, West Coast, the island near you, I'm coming to you, boo. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So we appreciate you once again. We say we love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. We thank you. We thank you. Like we always do, we throw those kisses to you. Some of y'all want kisses from one and one of y'all want kisses from the other. Give you a big old hug. Thank you for the hugs that you always send. Thank you for the love that you keep sending to us. And like we always say, you are needed, you are important, and you are valuable. If we don't say anything else in our conversation, we want you to have a relationship with God. And that's one thing. If you want to talk about it, we're not pushing nothing on you, but we don't want you to be left behind. I tell my friends all the time, I do not watch the movie Left Behind because I ain't trying to be left behind. So don't watch nothing. Don't watch nothing. Don't watch nothing where you want to be, where you don't want to be. So, I don't watch it. I'm just telling you. I told my friends, man, you watch it? No.
Oh, my goodness.
Nah. So we love you. We say thank God for you. We appreciate you once again. Please like, share. Remember that God has your best interest at hand, and we do too. We're praying for you. We're praying for everything.
Comment any topics you want us to talk about. Any questions or situations y'all got going on in your lives. Yeah. I want to talk about you.
Situationships.
Love.
So we appreciate you. We love you. We say thank God for you. We say, once again, you have come into our life as well as we come into your bedroom, your kitchen, your beach house, in the car, in the office, wherever you're at. We're here. We're there. We thank you. We appreciate you. So watch out. We might be in a place near you. We love you. God bless you. Keep up the good work. Put God first and know that God got your best interest at hand. Until next time, In Between Your Lines.